What's up, guys? My name is Corey Berry, and I am the sales CEO, and I am your ADHD sales legend, or ADHD sales king if you want to find me on YouTube. So here we are. Let me get your attention for a second, because I need you to focus on what I'm about to say. Are you struggling with confidence? You probably are if you have ADHD. It is a common trait with most people with ADHD. Why? Well, I'll tell you part of the reason why after I spit my gum out. Should have done that before the video. But you know what? We're going to keep rolling. So here's the deal. There's a thing called rejection sensitivity, and I'm starting to understand this a lot more. I didn't even know this was a thing until recently, but it really explains a lot about why we do the things that we do, why we have the thoughts that we have, why sometimes we're nervous about talking to people, why sometimes it feels like we're an introvert inside, but really we're not really an introvert inside. We just are uncomfortable talking to people. And that drills down to confidence, really. That's what it is. And it's how we view ourselves, honestly. And I struggled with this for the longest time. In fact, I'll be honest with you. I can't even believe I'm sitting here on video with you right now. But I want to tell you a couple of things that I've done to build my confidence. So stick around. You're going to enjoy this. But first, I want to tell you, you should join our Sales Legends group. It's called ADHD Sales Legends. It talks of it's a free group, first of all. Second of all, we are building a community. This is a movement. My partner and I, Callie Keene, we've started a podcast. We go live in that group every single week at 10 a.m. on Saturday Eastern Standard Time. So you're going to want to join the ADHD Sales Legends group. I'll put the link below the video, unless my ADHD kicks in and I forget. You'll have to remind me in the comments if I do. Join that group. Maybe you've never been diagnosed with ADHD. Who knows? But if you're a business owner, there's a 40 to 60% chance you have ADHD. 40 to 60% chance. Sales, I can't remember the exact number, but it's right close to that. So if you fall into either one of those categories, whether you think you have it or not, there's a good chance that you do. In fact, there's a greater chance that you do than you don't, right? So here's the thing. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot about ADHD. You might even learn that you don't have it. Who knows? But join the group and let's dive in. So, all that, I said all of that, and dang near forgot what I was supposed to talk to you about. All right, so confidence. Why is confidence important? Well, confidence is how you come across to whoever you're speaking with, whether it be you're picking up a chick, whether you're picking up a dude, whether you're trying to close a sale, whether you're trying to merge a business, whether you're trying to sell your kid on eating his or her broccoli, right? That's a sale. You got to be confident when you're talking to any of those people about any of those things. If you say to your son or daughter, even if they're 3 years old, well, I think it'd be a good idea if you eat your broccoli tonight. Or, hey Lana, tonight, we're going to go ahead and eat the broccoli before we watch television. And if we don't want to have the broccoli tonight, then it'll sit on the plate till tomorrow and you can eat it for breakfast. It's up to you, and I'm cool either way. You don't have to have it tonight, but you can certainly have tomorrow morning for breakfast. Or we could just have it tonight and watch television and have a good night. It's completely up to you. You let me know. Okay? So there's a big difference in those two conversations about broccoli. Which one of those is going to land? Which one of those, it shows authority to the child. It sure as heck isn't the first one. It's definitely the second one. So it's the same thing in business. It's the same thing in your job, right? Even if you have a 9-to-5 job sitting behind a banking counter and you're just taking money all day, I shouldn't say just taking money all day, but if that's how it feels, you have to sell the customer on the fact that they need to keep banking with you by being kind, by being helpful, by offering solutions, by offering other things that they don't already have or may not know about. And maybe you don't see that as sales, and you don't have to see it as sales. But I would argue that you're confidently convincing that customer that they should look into other products that you have, right? And so it's very important that you that you build that confidence, right? And you can practice this. Listen, if you're not very confident, take your iPhone out and start doing videos on your phone. Just you and the phone, by yourself in a room, in your car, in a closet, bathroom, doesn't matter, right? Don't do it on the toilet, because that'd be gross if somebody found it. Point is you don't have to do anything with the video. But here's my promise to you. You're going to get better. If you do this, if you do 5 to 10 short videos a day, right? I mean, like 30 seconds, maybe even a minute a day for 30 days. I promise you, you have my word, you're going to be more confident. I promise you. You know why? Because repetition builds skills. And skills are what you need here. If you don't already have the confidence, you have to build the confidence. And the only way to do that is to do that through repetition of good habits and good practice. And so this is going to help you massively. Listen, I get paid a lot of money to teach people this stuff. I need you to really understand, and I don't say that egotistically, I say that because I want you to understand how important this is, and hell, don't believe me, try it. And I tell you what, do, when you try it the way I said to try it, write it down, make sure you do it all 30 days, not 4 days a week, 7 days a week, 30 days in a row. And if it doesn't work, drop a comment in the comments below and tell me it didn't work. And I'll tell you didn't do it right. I'll tell you didn't do it the way I told you. I guarantee you it's going to work. Now, I'm not telling you you're going to feel like Superman or Superwoman. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is you are going to feel more confident about yourself if you do this. I promise you. Because you're going to be more comfortable in front of the camera. You're going to be more comfortable hearing your own voice when you play it back. And I'm going to tell you something. Pro tip. Those first videos are going to suck. You're probably not going to love the sound of your voice or even some of the facial expressions you may make. But listen, that's okay. Because here's the beauty of that. You can make those things better. Maybe, if you're like me, I chew gum in the middle of my video and I forget sometimes. No. So listen, well, I do that. Alright, so I'm getting off on a tangent here. My point is this, I need you to do, you want to do this if you want to get better. If you want to make more money, if you want to be more successful, if you want to be able to get to the things in life that you want, this is what you're going to want to do. Because, look, do you think Jeff Bezos isn't confident? He may not seem confident, but I can tell you right now he is. It takes a leader to run a company like that. It takes a leader to run any company, good company. Good leadership is important. And if you don't have confidence, you have zero chance of running anything. Because people won't buy into you. They're not going to believe you. They're not going to trust you. They're not going to like you. And ultimately, you're not going to be able to sell yourself to them. So, look, I mean, you don't have to do this. You don't have to believe me. But I am an expert in sales and business. I consult with companies all over the world. So, take it or leave it. It's great information. I'll be honest with you. If you don't take it, that's cool. But I really do want to help you. And take it from somebody that struggles with this stuff. It's important. I'll finish this video out with this. I got to thank my buddy Zal. This guy, Zal, I met him through Tony Robbins. And about 3.5 years ago, he said to me, Corey, he said, man, you have such a great you have such a great presence. He said, but I think it's weird that I don't ever see you on video. I'm like, dude, you're not going to catch me on video, dude. I don't do video. He was like, okay. So I challenged you to the 30-day Facebook Live challenge. And he knows me well enough to know I'm not going to back down from that. I'm just not going to do it. Plus, he did it publicly. So therefore, I got to do it. And it was so hard. I paced. I sweated. My armpit sweated. My palm sweated. I tried to do it. I mean, it felt like that live button was going to reach out and rip my throat clean out of my neck. That is how scared I was. And it was almost like panic. I was just, you get the point. And you're going to understand this if you haven't done video. You're going to get it. And now fast forward, I host a top-rated podcast. I've interviewed hundreds of people that are at way higher levels than me. Because I stepped out, I got a little bit uncomfortable with getting on video. And I just worked through it. And it was hard. Because I did not like the way I looked on video. I hated the way I sounded on video. And so, sometimes I listen to my own podcast sometimes now. I'll go back and listen to an episode that I did with somebody because I forget, the things that we talked about, some of them, because I've interviewed a lot of people. And it's pretty cool to go back and listen to how it began and how it is now. The progression's pretty badass. And I'll tell you one last thing. I'm speaking live at Podfest this year. I spoke last year. That's a big deal. There's going to be over 5,000 people there. And I'm speaking live. 3.5 years ago, I'd never put my face on a video. So, what's that tell you? It's possible. And I'm as ADHD as they come. So, if I can do it, you can do it. We'll see you guys on the other side. And don't forget, join ADHD Sales Legends. It's going to help you. We'll see you guys on the other side.